the exercises and why I devised them. Years ago, when I worked a lot and played a lot, there were obviously times in between when I had nothing to do. There were many technical problems that nobody seemed able to solve for me, which arose, like suddenly panicking with an awareness of the audience, of what do I do if I have to balance? Suddenly I'm hot and in a hurry and it's dark, and how do I incorporate all these conditioning forces into my work? So I began working at home by myself. And the first thing I learned was how little we are trained to observe ourselves, our behavior. We can always tell somebody how we feel about something, but what we did when we felt a certain way, we're unable to describe. So I started to watch myself at home in a variety of circumstances, and then see if I could bring into being and recreate just 2 minutes of a simple task while I was at home, understanding everything that was the cause of my behavior. The very first exercise, it's called destination. What is my physical destination? When you are spaceless, when you don't know where you are, what surrounds you, where you came from, and where you are heading, your body will tense, you will get very self-conscious, and start to arrange yourselves. If you know where you're going, where you came from, what surrounds you, and how that influences your behavior, you get free. Then all the wonderful work, psychological work you do on character and on the movement of the scene can take place, otherwise it can't. Okay. Now, Judy, how did you feel?
I don't know. I don't know, really.
Yes, you do.
I do? Okay.
Yeah.
I felt very sure of my destination. My room isn't very large, and I have a lot of shoes. So I knew where I was going.
The place was excellent. You know why the belly laugh when you fixed yourself in the mirror? Do you know why it got such a laugh?
Yeah, sure.
You do?
Well, I mean, I guess so.
We all recognize ourselves.
Right.
That's what brings about the most spontaneous laughter, when we suddenly see ourselves doing the same thing, right? I felt that the music was wonderful, but you didn't go with it as much as you would if the awareness that it's on, you know. The moment there is no problem, or I'm just looking, you will find that you go with it. It's a wonderful thing to discover. You did towards the end, but I felt that could have been more influential. Otherwise, why have it on, you know? You used expletives. Now, I wanted to do, in the future when you work on, if you plan to work on these exercises at all, wherever you find that you snort, use an expletive, sigh, cuss, or talk, do it. These are not silent exercises. When you start to see where those things come from and how much we do talk to ourselves alone, you're a mile ahead when you get to monologues. Okay? Very good. All right. By the way, a 2 to 3 minute exercise discovered from your life and worked on should be at least an hour or two rehearsal. Okay. The second exercise has to do with that strange sensation I used to have when I wanted privacy on stage, that all those three walls, you don't have three here, you only have one, but if there would be stage wings here, that you have three areas of reality in which you're in conjunction with, and out here is that gaping hole, the audience, who are looking at you. And how to retain privacy there, not to play into the audience and not to duck from them, but to incorporate this area so that it belongs to your room. By the way, what I'm looking at has to be out of the possibility of eye contact with anybody in the audience. So wherever I anchor that spot, it has to be, let's say, where that white piece of paper is, or on the other side of it near that little bright spot just above Kyle's head over there. Because every theater shape is different, where the exit signs are, where the balcony, what I'm going to use. I go into the theater way ahead of time when the house is empty, and I mark it first so I'm not hunting for my fourth side while I'm playing.
Poppy. Is your daughter Marjorie? What? Marjorie. Yeah. Yeah, I know. No, it took me 13 hours. No, the airlines, they said that I had to spend the night in Salt Lake City, and I said I'm not spending the night in Salt Lake City no matter what. And I called customer service from the plane, and they were like, no one's ever called customer service from a plane before. They're the first one, and Dad, like all the passengers were staring at me because they thought I was insane. She's in the pool? Really? I'm so jealous. We had so much fun. You know what I wanted to tell you? I don't think that I'm going to go to real estate school right away. No. I know that we talked about it, but it's just, I'm really concerned that it's going to be hard for me to do both things at the same time. No, not exercise. Act. Yeah. I just don't see how I can really give myself to both things fully, you know. So I'm gonna, I know. Well, I thought I would maybe work in a bookstore or a pet shop or something, you know. Maybe I could walk to work. Wouldn't be draining. Oh, they're good. They're outside, actually. So you got that right, Dad? You know what I mean about that? That means I'm not going to go right now. I know that you... Yeah. I don't know. I just know that that's what I have to do. You're going to go in the pool? Okay. Well, give her my love. And I love you, Pop. That's it.
Okay, how did you feel?
Oh, it was so anchoring to have that there. It gave me, right off the bat, something really good. And I really forgot for quite a while, not the entire time, that there were people here.
Absolutely. Isn't that a wonderful feeling? You see, I always say when that works, it's like somebody took the weights off my shoulder, because it makes me free to be there. It was a wonderful exercise. I had one question.
Yeah.
Did anything bother you?
Did anything bother me?
Or did it occur to you that's strange or anything?
Pretty strange.
Hi, Poppy. This is your daughter, Marjorie. Marjorie. Is he deaf?
He is he's slipping. Yeah, he's slipping a little bit. It's a concern that I have.
Okay, all right, then I accept it. But if it really came from that he didn't grasp that it was you,
Right. He'll say, what, dear? And I'll say, Marjorie.
okay, fine, I accept it. Then I have no criticism at all, see? Okay. He's had a marvelous freedom without anxiety. See if you can bring that to your scenes. Okay,
Thank you.
good. Set up, Marco.